Hey guys, I'm Roxette Arisa and happy 2017. I cannot believe that it is 2017. I mean, that just seems crazy to me. But here we are. Times are changing. Happy New Year's, by the way. Today we are going to be talking about all of my top favorites of 2016. So top 16 of 2016, and it is going to be a collab with my really good friend Kelsey. If you watch my vlogs or if you're subscribed to my vlog channel, then you probably already know who she is because we FaceTime all the time. She lives in Australia now. She was from California, but now she moved to Australia, so we don't get to see each other much anymore, which is why, you know, we're not together in this collab, but we're together in spirit. So definitely go ahead and check out her channel after you watch this video to see what her top 16 favorites of 2016 are. I will link her channel down below, so yeah, don't forget. So first thing I want to talk about is foundations. You guys know I love foundations. I think they're probably one of my favorite makeup items to try out. So the first one, Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. I wear the shade 230 Natural Buff, and you guys, this is a foundation that has just never done me wrong. I can really count on it. I can wear it during the day, I can wear it at night. There isn't any flashback. It's just such an all-around great foundation, and it does last all throughout the day, so I love that. Plus it's drugstore. I mean, even if it wasn't drugstore, honestly, I would still say that this is just so worth the money, however much it would be, because it is such a good product. Just a solid foundation. I feel like I just repeated myself a bunch of times saying that it was great, but honestly, a really solid foundation, especially if you like a matte finish, because this will leave you completely matte and poreless. And then the other foundation that I love that I discovered in 2016, this one I don't talk about much, honestly, because it's definitely a lot pricier than the Maybelline Fit Me, but it is this one from Burberry. I honestly don't hear many people talking about it. This one has a dewy finish, so this is the Fresh Glow foundation, and I wear the shade number 38 Warm Honey. Like I said, it does have a radiant finish, so this is matte and this is radiant. I like to switch it up all the time, so I like both of these equally, but this is such an amazing foundation. I feel like you're going to hear that phrase a lot during this video because it is my top favorites, like cream of the crop, best of the best, you know what I mean? So yeah, but this honestly is the most long wearing foundation that I've ever tried. I remember the first time I wore it, I literally wore it for like 16 hours straight and it was still looking flawless at the end of the day. It does have a radiant finish, so I did have to powder by the end of the day, but what I mean is, like, it just was still on, like it didn't slip and slide everywhere, and I have had a lot of foundations that have that radiant finish do that on me, and this is the only one that does not. So I have to mention this. Again, I don't mention it much because it is more on the pricey side, but since we're doing top favorites of 2016, had to mention it. Alrighty, what should we do next? I think I'll go for concealer. This concealer did launch in 2016, but I think it is the most standout concealer of 2016 out of any of the ones I own, even, you know, stuff, just classics that I do love. I love this one even more. So this is the Tarte Cosmetics Shape Tape Concealer. I wear the shade medium. This is the most full coverage but non-cakey concealer I have ever tried. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what magical voodoo Tarte has put into this little bottle, but it is such a beautiful formula. Like I said, it is very full coverage, and I use it underneath the eyes, on blemishes. It covers anything and everything I need it to. But it never creases, it never cakes up, it never feels heavy or drying or anything. It's very moisturizing, so all around, just pretty much everything I look for in a concealer is in this little bottle right here. And another thing I wanted to mention that I love about this foundation, or sorry, about this concealer, is that it's very versatile. I wear it when I have no makeup on and I just want to add a little bit of concealer to conceal, you know, dark circles and any red spots or anything. I will throw this on, put a little powder on, and I'm good to go. And it just looks like skin somehow. But then if, you know, I'm doing a full glam look when I really want full coverage, I will still reach for this and it still works. I am wearing it today. I get a lot of questions about concealers because, you know, this concealer really doesn't crease much. So if you're wondering, this is what I'm wearing and I love it. I'm going to quickly touch upon a brow product. I've been really playing around with different brow products, but this one has been a staple for the past month or so, a little bit over a month. This, honestly, I haven't used it the entire year. I'm going to put that out there, but it has seriously changed my life when it comes to brows, so I had to include it in my 2016 favorites. So this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Primer. If you don't know what this is, I didn't know what this is until I discovered it, but if you don't know what it is, it's sort of like a waxy brow primer. So what I do is I will apply this before I put any product, so before any pencil or pomade or anything that I put into my brows. I'll apply this and then brush them out, and it really does help the brows kind of become a little bit more cohesive. I've said this a lot, but my brows are really difficult to work with, actually, so this has helped me immensely. And I feel like as long as I have this, or as long as I'm using it, I can kind of switch around brow products and still make it work. So I think this is one of my top secrets to good brows now, because I can't live without it now. While we're on the topic of primers, I have to mention the Tarte Cosmetics Clean Slate Timeless Smoothing Primer. Now this, I don't think it launched this year. I think it's been out for a while, but I just personally tried it this year, and again, this is a product that I feel has just like changed my life. It is so different than anything else I've tried. So it comes in this little pot, and you can see I've almost used this entire thing, so I'm definitely gonna have to repurchase. I think this is actually my second pot already, so I've repurchased once before, and I just went through it like quicksand. That was definitely not the right word to use there, but I just went through it like crazy. So anyways, the formula, here, let me show you. It has like a very thick formula, so you wouldn't think that it would, you know, be very lightweight feeling, but honestly, as soon as you start rubbing it in, it literally just blurs everything out. It sinks into pores and fine lines, and it just smooths out the surface of your skin, so any foundation you put on top really does look smooth. And I just find that it just makes a huge difference in how my foundation wears throughout the day. And I know that a lot of the time, like, people look for radiant, glowy primers and stuff like that, but honestly, if you haven't tried this out, I really recommend trying it out, because I think it might change the way you look at primers. I always was trying to look for that too, like the radiant, glowy primers and stuff like that. But ever since I used this, it's so hard to put it down. But a bronzer, I cannot forget about this. I feel like this, I don't know if I discovered it this year or if I discovered it at the very end of last year. I think I discovered it this year, at the very beginning of this year. And you guys, or of 2016, sorry, I keep forgetting that it's 2017 now. But anyways, this bronzer, it is my holy grail. It is drugstore, it's affordable, but seriously, it's better than a lot of the high-end bronzers that I've tried. It is just such a beautiful formula. It is silky smooth. Like, I could literally rub it between my fingers all day long and be not mad about it. And the color, this color is the light bronzer, which I thought was actually a bit too light when I first had it, so I was on the hunt for the medium tone, or the medium shade. But honestly, I like this because you can really build it up. It has a very, like I said, buildable coverage to it. You can do it very lightly, like let's say for everyday makeup, or you can make it a lot heavier and a lot more dramatic if you really want a sun-kissed kind of look to it. But I love that it's buildable. I love the tone of it because it's very neutral. It never looks red or orange or too warm or anything like that. And it smells amazing. If you have not smelled it, you need to go smell this. Like, it just makes me feel like, oh, that's not what I was trying to do. It makes me feel like I'm at the beach or something. It is so good. 2016 was really the year where I tried to master contouring, and I think that I've found my ride or die contour powder. So it's this guy right here. I have it in this like full palette thing, but it's just this one that I'm talking about, and it's the Shadester Sculpting Powder from MAC Cosmetics. This powder, I don't know if you can tell, but I feel like it looks a lot more warm on camera than it does in person. This bronzer has the most beautiful, sorry, not bronzer, what am I even saying? This contour powder has the most beautiful neutral undertone. It's not too ashy, it's not too warm. If I do a really ashy shade, honestly, it starts to look gray on me, which ain't cute. So as soon as I discovered this, it was so hard for me to go back to using anything else because it is just such a beautiful, beautiful tone for my personal skin tone. Obviously, contour is very personalized to you and your skin tone, but for me, that has just been working perfectly. I've been using it for the past couple of months, and like I said, it's just so hard for me to put it down at this point because it is so good. And the formula is really nice, obviously. It's very silky, it's very smooth, it's easy to blend out. You know, I don't have any problems with the formula, but I just love the shade of the Shadester sculpting powder. This next one is not going to be too exciting, and it's very, very dirty, so excuse that, but it's the House of Lashes eyelash adhesive. Before this, I was using Duo, and honestly, I never had a problem. Like, I know a lot of people are allergic to Duo and stuff like that. I never had a problem. I was just randomly, you know, on the House of Lashes website, and I was like, yeah, like, I'll try that. And ever since that moment, I have never put it down. The thing I like about this lash adhesive, and you've probably heard this before because I know a lot of people feel this way, is that it is just bulletproof. It's not going anywhere once it dries, once it sets. You can have those lashes on for 24 hours, like 32 hours, 48 hours, and they will not go anywhere. It's amazing. And my eyes, they're kind of almond shaped, so I have a lot of problems with the inner corner, or I used to with my Duo glue. I had problems with the inner corner kind of like popping up, and ever since I've used this, I honestly have not had that problem because it's just so good. I can't even explain it. It's like, it's there. It's stuck on there. Once you put this on, once it dries, you're stuck with those lashes for a long time. So I love that lash adhesive, and it's definitely a standout product for me in 2016 because I use it every single day. I cannot put it down. I have to talk about the Heavy Metal glitter liners from Urban Decay. This product has been such a staple in my collection throughout 2016. I love glitter, like you guys know me. I love anything glittery, sparkly. Oh, just like it really gives it to me. So it is a glitter liner technically, but personally I use it more as like a glitter shadow, and that's why I love it. It's so easy to use if you love glitter like me, but maybe like don't really want to deal with the mess that it brings on when you're dealing with fallout and just in general, like glitter is messy to work with usually. So this has been a lifesaver because you can literally just dab 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 it on and you are good to go, girl. I used it today, and you can use this color on top of anything and I guarantee you it will look good. Like today I used it on top of a silvery granite type shadow, and look how, I mean, I like it. I don't know. So yeah, I had to talk about these. They do come in lots of different shades. I personally have this one and then the silver one, which is Glam Rock, but this is the one that I reach for the most. So if you're looking into getting one or trying these out, I do really recommend Midnight Cowboy because I would say this is like a light gold with reflex of silver. It's not a true yellow gold, which makes it very, very versatile. And like I said, you could literally wear it on top of anything and you'll be good to go. Alrighty, getting into highlights, I could not narrow it down more than this, and I've got 3 to show you guys. So the first one is Laura Geller Gilded Honey. Whew! This did not come out this year. I think it came out last year, like 2015, but I personally just tried it out at the beginning of this year. And you guys, this is like my ride or die highlighter now. I just love it so much. It has such a silky formula to it. I don't think I have another highlighter that literally feels this smooth and silky. It just feels like butter, and it is such a beautiful shade. It is, I would say this is my ideal highlighter shade, like a light gold. I feel like I could wear this any day of the year and be good to go. It just, I just can't even say enough good things about it. By far, this is just, if you have not tried it, definitely try it because it is worth the hype. It is just so, so beautiful. And then I have 2 other highlighters, like I said. This one also did not come out this year. This is Anastasia Beverly Hills So Hollywood. This is a newer addition to my collection. I think, yeah, I bought this in November, like the beginning of November, I think. And I heard so much good things about it. I feel like everybody has, but it is another beautiful shade. You can see it is lighter than the Gilded Honey, but it is equally as beautiful. It's super pigmented. I usually use this one. I just am super extra with this one particularly, and I always use it with MAC Fix Plus. I don't know why I don't do that with this guy. I mean, I love the color payoff of this by itself. But for this one, for some reason, I always use it with MAC Fix Plus, and it is so beautiful. This is the one I'm wearing today, and you can see lots of glow. I just live for the glow. So whew, I'm getting really excited talking about these highlighters, but yeah, this one is beautiful. Beautiful formula, beautiful color. I haven't tried the other colors from Anastasia, but I think I'm set on this one because I could use this for the rest of my life. Honestly, all three of these highlighters that I'm talking about, I could use them for the rest of my life and just be okay, and I would make it through. So the last highlighter is from Ofra Cosmetics. I've talked about this plenty of times, but it is the shade Rodeo Drive. This one actually did come out this year, and it is stunning. You can see I'm really into those golden tones. I just love golden highlights because they really bring out the warmth in your skin, and they make me feel like I'm like a golden bronze goddess or something. But again, wonderful, wonderful formula on this guy. Like I said, very, very silky. This and this guy, they both have super duper silky formulas, and they apply like a dream. I mean, I don't really know what else to say about these highlights other than that I love them to death, and I could use them over and over and over again and never get sick of them. I've got one lip liner to talk about. So this is MAC Cosmetics Lip Pencil in Night Moth. Honestly, this year, I think I discovered that I love MAC lip liners. I think they are my favorite formula of lip liners or lip pencils that I've tried to date. I like them because they're a very classic lip liner, if that makes sense. They're not too creamy, so I find it easier to make very crisp lines because I like my lips to be lined really nice and crisp and precisely. So I love the formula of MAC lip pencils in general, but I was on the hunt for a deep, vampy lip liner for as long as I can remember, and I could never find one that I liked, that I felt worked with all my vampy lips or anything like that, and this one has definitely taken the lead. It is the best vampy lip liner that I've ever tried. I am using it today. I use it to line my lips, and it is just so stunning. Like, the color is beautiful, the formula is amazing. What more could you ask for? I mean, I love all MAC lip liners that I've tried, honestly. I think they have a really beautiful range of colors. I mean, they have such a huge range of colors, so I love it, and I love, love, love their formula. Okay, now getting into the good stuff. I have to talk about the Jouer Liquid Lippies. Honestly, the entire range of Jouer Liquid Lippies is amazeballs. Like, if you have not tried Jouer, you need to try their liquid lipsticks. They're technically called the Longwear Lip Creams. This is in the shade Noisoire, or Noisette, as I usually say. But I have to say, this is my favorite color from the entire range. The formula of all of the shades is beautiful. One of my absolute favorite formulas of all time because it's so long wearing. It just applies smooth. It's very creamy. It doesn't dry you out. It is just everything you could ask for in a liquid lipstick. But this shade in particular, one, it just holds a special place in my heart because it was the first shade I tried, and I remember it was last year at Gem Beauty in January, Gem Beauty LA. I went to the Jouer booth and they were selling these for the first time, like they had launched it there, and I just remember falling in love with it at the counter there, and I was with, you know, my friends, and we all kind of picked up one, and it's just, it brings me such joy, I guess, to think about that experience because it was so much fun. But also, hello, the color is beautiful. If you're really into brown toned nudes, ooh, I lost my train of thought, but that is exactly what this is. You are going to hands down love it. I can guarantee you already because it is a unique shade, but it's still super duper wearable. I think I've worn this probably 100 times this year. It's just such a beautiful color, staple in my collection, and something I could never live without. So one more sort of matte product. This is the Soft Matte Lip Cream from NYX Cosmetics, and this is in the shade London. I, again, have talked about this over and over and over again. It is one of the products that I cannot live without. This I actually keep in my purse because in times of trouble, I will just throw this on. And the thing that I love about it, well, one, the shade is beautiful. So like I said, this is the shade London and is just the most beautiful, warm toned, deep pink. And not too deep, but like, you know what I'm saying. You know, it's not a super light pink or baby pink. It is just the most beautiful natural lip color. So I love the shade of it, but I also just love the formula. I have a lot of these soft matte lip creams, and I love the formula. It's one of my favorite drugstore lip products, honestly, because the formula is very, very lightweight. It applies so smooth. It is not completely opaque, I will say that, but that is why it's so easy to apply. And especially if you're going for more of the nude shades, like this one is good, Abu Dhabi is really good. Stockholm, like a lot of the nude shades are just ride or dies for me because I like them to be not so opaque, because I will use them more, like I said, maybe my lip product has worn off completely and I just want to throw something on, or on everyday makeup looks when I want something that looks very, very natural and just something to add just a little something to my lips. This is what I will reach for, and I just could not live without it. And it's something I do think that I discovered it in 2016, but nonetheless, I used it so many times throughout 2016, so I could not live without it. And the last product is a lip gloss from Anastasia Beverly Hills. So this is a product that I did discover towards the end of the year, but seriously guys, I think this is my absolute top favorite gloss of all time. It is so beautiful. This again didn't launch in 2016, but is just something that I personally used so much in 2016. I discovered it in 2016 and I will never put it down. So like I said, it is a gloss, and Anastasia Beverly Hills lip glosses, this is the first that I've tried, but they are so pigmented. Like, do you see that? It is such a beautiful formula. Like I said, very, very opaque, very pigmented. You get great color payoff, great staying power. It is just an impeccable gloss formula, but also this shade, I love it. It is a little bit lighter than like London or anything like that. It is more of a light shade, but it is so beautiful. I sometimes wear lipsticks underneath, but sometimes I don't. It's very versatile in that sense. You know, you can wear it with, you can wear it without, and it will still look good either way. So I can't get enough of this. I'm so happy I discovered it in 2016. So those are all of my favorites for 2016. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and don't forget to check out Kelsey's video as well. I am really excited to see her video actually, because I love her makeup suggestions. So I'm really excited to see what her picks are for 2016. And yeah, if you liked this video, then give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you want to join our little rockstar family. And I think that's gonna be it for me. Remember, you are beautiful inside and out. I love you guys. Happy 2017 again, and I will see you in my next video.